And we're back. All right, guys, can y'all hear me? Sorry about that. Fucking alarm went off on like everything in the house. Amber Alert. Whole web just. Oh, apparently the Amber Alert canceled. Where were we in the story? I don't remember. You guys tell me. Return of the King. Mike is. You hear me now? Hello. That better. There we go. All right. Where were we in the story? I don't remember. My dog. Okay. So yeah. Basically, my daughter was being held hostage by these two women. Um, the women were the adult sister of the two children my daughter had been having problems with at school. They've been bullying and shit. Um, so I went out with my dog and my wife. The two women started to try and jump my wife, so I let my dog on them. They pepper sprayed her, or my dog. Tried to pepper spray me. My dog, it didn't even affect my dog. My dog just kept going. He didn't give a shit. So basically, the bitch chewed on my thumb like a pit bull. You can see it right there. It's all scarred. Um, Ended up hitting her over the head. They got off my wife. My wife grabbed my daughter, took her inside. I, with my dog, kind of fought them off as my daughter and wife went inside. And I let them crack me over the head. Like I said, you can see the scar right here. She hit me with that stick, and I kind of laughed at her. I was like, "That's the best you got. Just go home. I got nothing else you can do." So we thought it was over. The cops came. Nobody got arrested. Nothing happened to my dog. They said we'd be safe. Yada yada. This, that, and the other. Um, Basically, as about 30 minutes after the cops left, I went back outside to grab my slipper that had fallen off when I was fighting. And they must have been outside at that time. Because as soon as I went in, I left the door unlocked. Didn't even think about it. Left the door unlocked. There's video of this too. Apparently, 5 people in hoodies walked up to the outside of my apartment. One of them pointed. 3 of them walked off. Yeah, after foot surgery too. Remember, guys, I had foot surgery right around December 22nd. This happened on January 22nd. So that said, I went back inside. The people were pointing at my apartment. 3 of them in the hoodies walked off. 2 walked up to my door. They started banging on the door like the police. I ran up to the door and looked out the peephole. I saw 2 black men in hoodies. As soon as I saw that, I latched the lock and told my wife to call the cops. I said, "There's people trying to bust in." They started trying to kick. They kicked probably 6 times, and I was just. So here's the key part of this whole story. This is why I did not die. I would be dead right now had I not done it. Instead of standing center mass and putting my back to the door to hold it shut, I held on the doorknob, made myself as tiny as I could, grabbed the doorknob, and wedged myself up. So my right leg was kind of out in towards the center mass of the door. So when they fired through the door, they said, "Get off the door." That was my sister you beat up. Get off the fucking door. I said, "Fuck you. The cops are on the way." As soon as they did that, they were making sure, I think they were making sure I was still on the door. So as soon as they did that, they fired through the door 3 times. And it didn't even register what had happened. It was so loud and so fast. And then they jumped down the steps to my apartment, which are about 6 steps, ran back, and then fired back on the door again 4 more times. One of them did not go through the door. One of them because my door was metal. So one of them got stuck in the door. Wood went into my leg. It's still there. 1 went into my computer. 3 went into the ceiling above, into the next apartment, and 1 went into the floor below, into the apartment below. All of the basically when he jumped off the landing and went to fire, when he ran off, he ran face to the camera, and he identified himself before he shot me. So basically, I figured it'd be an open shut case. All the shells were recovered. They were all 22 long rifle shells, shot out of a pistol. Which, you ask me, that's got to be an old ass pistol to fire 22 long rifle rounds. I don't know. I mean, I know 22s do that, but I don't know of many that do. So it had to be an older one. But that said, I thought it'd be an open shut case. Here we are. What is it? March 24th. This happened, I think it was either January 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. One of those 3 days. I don't remember what day it happened. We're at 2 months later, and the cops told me that I am not a priority because I didn't die. They said there's too many homicides on their plate. The other thing is, when the first cops came the first time after the fight, he said there were only 6 cops on the entire Kent Police Department. Only 6. Yeah. Yes, Kusa. He said there were only 6, right? The second time they came, there was a shift change. So I saw all 6 of the cops for Kent PD in one fucking day. There was a shift change. The one cop that was still on was the cop that told me I'd be safe, right? After I get shot, I walk out of the apartments. Everybody's looking like it's a fucking arena. I felt like The Rock walking down the goddamn entrance ramp of WrestleMania 20, right? So I'm walking down, and I see everybody, and I'm like, yo, Nancy 201 are the people that shot me. I said, everybody, Nancy 201. And the cop said, hey, that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. I walked up to him. I said, you fucking told me I'd be safe. Fuck you. I said, I'm walking with a bullet in my leg. I walked all the way to I didn't want to go to the ambulance because I figured it cost too much. But they made me go, so I walked. I wouldn't even take the lift because I was like, that shit's gonna cost me $1,000 just to get on your stretcher. Like, fuck that. Let me walk. I don't even need to go. But whatever. So I go to the hospital. The whole time I'm in the hospital, I'm watching Drew the Dude and fucking Swole Soldier on Twitch. Like, fuck this. I should be streaming. So we ended up moving out. Even crazier than all this, they didn't want to let us out of the lease because we didn't have a police report because it's still an open investigation because the cops won't look into it. So they didn't want to let us out of the lease. We had to fight to get out of our lease. Then after all that, they charged us $4,000 for the apartment because they're charging us for the gunshot damages. They had to replace the fucking floor. They had to paint the whole ceiling. They had to replace the door. Like, it's fucking retarded. So we're getting charged $4,000 for getting shot. So, long story short, that's where we're at, guys. If you stayed around for that, thank you. That said, Camo. Honestly, I really don't know what I learned from that. Because I would have done everything the same. I think that's the only reason I'm here. I still would have gotten my daughter. Your HOA, yeah, HOA is a pain because if you have to paint one part of the ceiling, yeah, it's fucking stupid, man. But they charged me for getting shot. The people that shot me still live there. It's wild. But yeah, so we're basically in a new spot. We're not gonna be here long, so this isn't permanent. This whole setup's probably gonna change, but you won't see anything because use this green screen right here. So you guys probably won't even notice. But that said, we're doing it, guys. We're back. We're gonna start doing some War of Rights again. I hopped on last night and immediately people were pissed. Like, people were just angry. I came in with 7 downvotes. Hell, York flipped out on me. I was like, God damn, York didn't even tell me I'm glad you're alive. He's just like, fuck you, Skynet. You're an ant. You're a piece of shit. You're an ant. And I'm like, I guess I'm an ant, but hey, I'm that one ant in A Bug's Life that actually did something with himself. Or Ants. Ants was a better movie. Hands down. Fuck A Bug's Life. Ants was a better movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Because I don't even remember A Bug's Life story, but I can tell you exactly what happened in the Ants. Down to the fucking grasshopper. But yeah, that's it, guys. We're back into War of Rights. Hopefully we don't piss too many people off. Brent. Damn, why they hating Skynet? Man, big dick energy scares a lot of compensating men, you should say. That's all I can say. Slamming Cheeks and other people have been MIA when I've been on. I feel like I bought the game the day before you got shot. Yeah, Kusa, I think you did. I think I remember playing with you. It was maybe 2 days. Maybe it was like that week. But